All right. All right, guys, good afternoon. This is Ryan from the Care Association, and you might have heard my voice on my ALF training. Today I have with me Calais Stockstill. He's
Hello.
yes, he's the president of both, and he's here, and he's going to help us with some marketing tips for assisted living. So yeah, we are doing a video today where we're hoping to give you some tips to help you with your assisted living digital media marketing. And today's topic is actually going to be trying to use live video, similar to what we're doing right now, but this is actually on Google, Google Hangouts, which is YouTube Live. But there's this, which is a little bit different. It's a little bit more, I don't really know how to explain it. It's just a little bit different, but there's also Facebook Live and Periscope, which basically you can just do live video from your phone at any time. So we're going to give you some tips and tricks, and that's what we're going to do today. Talk a little bit about using Periscope and Facebook Live to connect with your customers, whatever it is that you're doing. We're going to start off. This was a brainchild of ours for, I don't know, probably a while now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think the idea is, Ryan and I sit in an office a lot of times talking about different marketing strategies, whether we're using it for Ocean Breeze Gardens, assisted living, my ALF training, which is a statewide training online site, and for other things that we do. So we're always trying to stay up to date with things. And then, like today, live video. How do we use live video in an assisted living environment? How do we use it in other healthcare marketing type of environments? And we just said, hey, why don't we just start covering it and giving it to our trainees?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was the biggest thing. And today I was just thinking, like, how can we get this started? And one of the little things I want that sparked this idea today to, like, let's just do it. Little saying, the secret of success: stop wishing, start doing. And I think that was key for us, because we talk about all this stuff and we're like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And we're doing it now. And we say the same thing. You can do it too. Like, it's not as hard as you make it out to be. Once you get started, you're just going to do it, and you're going to get better, and you're going to get a better following, and it's going to work out good.
Our stuff is not going to, today we're covering live video, and maybe live video is not for you, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be up to date with how to use live video and perhaps how to add it into what you're doing with healthcare marketing, assisted living marketing, home health, because I can guarantee you we'll give you some tidbits, and maybe you can take something away and say, hey, I think I could incorporate that. And maybe it's not me doing the live video. Maybe I'm, pulling together partners or whatever it is.
Yeah, and there was, like, we talked about this. We're not necessarily going to say we have all of the answers, but we have experience with this. So we do know what we're talking about, but we're also learning as well. Marketing is one of those fields where if you have to consistently keep up with the trends and what is the most popular ways to connect with people. And so we're also going to be learning and studying along the way. So if you follow us, hopefully you'll pick some good tidbits along the way. So the first topic here, we got 5 that we want to cover, is personalize your brand. And this is very simple when it comes to, like, what we're doing right now. It's tap into the influence of your voice and visuals. With Facebook and Twitter and all this other social medias, it's all just text. But when you have a face behind a brand or a company, people can connect with you better, and they humanize, your business. And I think it's a lot easier to connect with someone if you're able to do that. Be consistent.
So, like, people want to do business with people, right? Not a logo, and not, a catchy saying like a They want to do business with people. And
Exactly.
so I think that's the power of video. Like on our website, we've got a video of my dad, and it's I think it's here to stay. So you should start
Oh,
getting used to it.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, like there's a lot more little tidbits here, like in like these live things, you can engage your customers, your viewers, your followers, and you can really ask them questions live, and hopefully they'll be able to respond with something, and then you can really engage them and make them feel like they're a little special, and then they're going to appreciate it and definitely going to want to consider you to doing business, even if maybe it's not today, maybe it's not tomorrow, but maybe in a year from now, like, oh wow, that is actually I really like those people, what they're doing. I appreciate what they're doing.
So let me just refresh. Number one is what? What was number one again?
Personalize your brand.
Personalize your brand, right. So and I know we're going to get into the details of it, but live video is a way to capture and to make people feel like it's real, it's live. And even if it's not, so what happens, Ryan, when you do a live video like this live video that if you're tuning in today, right, on December 6th at 3:30 p.m., you can watch us live, right? What happens tomorrow at 3:30? Right. What happens to this video?
Tomorrow, or even once this video is done, it'll actually be posted to our account, and for pretty much forever, this video will still be around, and we'll be having the same conversation, but it's been recorded. And so,
but they missed it.
There's a lot of other,
right? It still feels live, right? I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, and that's what another thing. And you said it. It's be real. Like, this is real. This isn't scripted. We have a little bit of notes, but it's spontaneous. It's real, and that's something different than what commercially people are used to. It's very. And this is trying to connect on a human level, and I think most people connect better like this. Oh, he's like me, or she's like me, or something like that. And I think it's easy to look past that and not think of it's just a person. It's a brand. It's a company. So, and it's behind the scenes too. This is behind the scenes a little bit, depending on what kind of video you're trying to do.
Well, let's just use that example right there. Humanize your healthcare business. I mean, it's hard when you have multiple. Maybe you're not the owner. For us, it's pretty easy. Mom, dad, let's do a video. But as a business, as an assisted living facility, you are a family, so you could easily do a live behind the scenes, introduce some staff member, talk to the cook, just like some sort of live interaction that gives people a sense of the people that make up your assisted living facility or your doctor's office or your home health company. That's a simple way that you can humanize through live video.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it kind of leads into our second point, which is it's a little bit different. It's demo products. Now, when I say products, if you have a business that's also, demo your facility, show a tour. I know Calais has a lot of stuff he wants to talk about that because he's done that, and it does really well because people get to like tour the facility without even having to show up, and they kind of get a feel for what is going on. Another little topics here is like unboxings of like maybe something. Maybe you want to highlight something that you guys have or you're doing, and you can make a quick little video and say, hey guys, check this out, and just kind of show it off. Let's see here. You can also do like live questions and answers. Look for people's opinions on a particular item or subject. Test products. And
well, Ryan, before I lose my train of thought.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Let's say, for example, you're an assisted living facility marketer, home health marketer. One thing you could do that's very easy is just write down all the questions that customers usually have, and do a live video of that. And maybe you don't want to be on the video, maybe somebody could interview you, but there are ways around it. Maybe there's somebody in your marketing team who wouldn't mind being on video. Maybe a
Absolutely.
younger generation, they're so used to doing it. And I'm not
Sure.
part of that younger generation. Ryan is, though.
Yeah, I'm in there, but there's still younger people than me
Ryan's,
that are in.
Ryan's face is plastered all over the place. But
It's been on there. You might have seen me around. Might have.
so let's say, the common questions that people have about your facility, about assisted living in general, how do you pay for assisted living, whatever it is, do a webcam, live, whatever, on your phone, Periscope, just do it, record it, and now you put it on your website, you can put it on your Facebook page. It could be a quick 10 minutes. And when the customer goes to your website and they watch that video, it's not just some corporate packaged video, it's a real video with a real person. And Debbie, the marketing person, is going to be the same person that greets that person at the door. And they're going to walk to the door and they're going to say, "Oh my God, I know you. What do they always say? They want to know you, like you, and trust you. And you've already given them free information. You've helped them out. You've given them some pointers that can help. And when they open that door and you're there to take them on a tour or show them around your property, it's going to humanize things a lot more." So there you go, Ryan. A Q&A, very simple. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because like topic 2 is demo products, and like I was saying, but it also is like topic 3 is host a live help desk. And that's exactly kind of what Calais was saying, is exactly like you have questions that your business that you answer all the time. And if you make it,
am I skipping?
Oh, you're not. No, because they're very similar. They're very similar, but like it's like exactly what it is. You every day you answer the same questions. With training, with assisted living, people have they all want the same information, and depending on the information, some things are not best on video. Sure, some things you don't want, but there's a lot of things that if you can make on video.
Well, I think like you said, a live Q&A. I think the hard part for a lot of people is, well, if you start the Q&A and there's nobody on the live, like if you do a Periscope and there's nobody there answering questions, well, that doesn't mean you don't have a list of questions on the side. Say, okay, this is a common question that I've gotten in the past.
Absolutely.
You can still.
Oh yeah, because that absolutely. Even that was going to end with that is, don't worry about how many viewers you have on your live video. It's not necessarily important on how many live viewers you have. Yes, of course, you would like to have a lot of live viewers, and I will tell you this: the more you do it, so don't worry about that. But ultimately, yes, if you make the video and then people will be able to watch it. They'll be able to, wherever you share it, on other social media platforms or on your website, you can post the video there, and so they come to it and they can watch a video of you talking about the frequently asked questions and you answering them. So it's still no matter how many viewers you have at the time when you actually film it. So it's really
just a little commercial that's running out there that's just a little, humanization of you and your company. So
yeah, I think so those two topics kind of blend into each other. The fourth topic here that I want to cover is crowdsource feedback. Now this is very interesting because this is simply this is actually having a brainstorm session with people live on video. And now this does require a viewer to, you do need some viewers to be able to do this, because if you don't, you're not going to get these brainstorming sessions. But after you start building up a following, and if you promote, say, hey, me and Calais are going to be live on our video or vlog, and it's going to be at 3:00. If you want to join us, and we post it on our social medias, it's very simple, and they can come to our feed, and we can even give them a little bit of tips about what we are going to talk about. And so at 3:00, we're going to talk about this, and so that you will get you'll have a better chance of getting more people to come to the video live. Some videos you need live people, some people you don't. So don't worry about it, but depending on what you're trying to do.
Listen, people in our business are so used to promoting events, whether it's an open house or some other type of thing. So now, how hard would it be to start promoting this live event that you do? And
perfect example.
Here's I know that you were saying a brainstorming or a round table. So
yeah,
in our business, you could very easily get together people who are part of your referral network, people like elder law attorneys, guardians, home health care people, assisted living administrators, or admissions people, and get them all together somehow, like we're doing this hangout, and record it. And you've got a bunch of experts who, it's not just you, and you guys are all interacting and asking questions and sharing this information. I think it would be very valuable to any of your potential customers.
Absolutely, because I mean that's actually a good example. Like we actually did like meetings with other like administrators. So the video, you could invite a group of people to your live feed and tell them exactly what you're looking to do. Like like a discussion, and it'll be there to rewatch it later for other people. Right. And if that did not get to attend the thing. And yes, so we're on Facebook, YouTube, and we're on Google Hangouts. And so what you would do on this platform is you would just invite people on to the stream, and they'd be on a webcam. But on Periscope, we just do the live feed, and you have everyone else just join in the comment section and just add comments. And same thing with Facebook Live. So it all works. And actually,
oh yeah, that's true. Like say, okay, hey, Tom Jones, the elder law attorney in Melbourne, Florida, right. He said this, and you definitely giving them props, giving them credit, and then no, I agree. But an email list is an easy way. Every community has an email list. So if you want families to be able to join the Q&A and be able to ask some questions, share with their friends, their families. So there's definitely ways to get people to participate. So when you're about to do the broadcast, you email it out to the email list. So I think that's definitely another topic we'll have to talk about, building some sort of audience, right? And how do you do that in the long-term community?
Yeah, that's a good topic. We probably should cover that at some point, because that's important. I mean, it's very important. Yeah. Our last topic here is actually a topic that we hope you don't ever have to experience, but if you do, it's an option. It's actually support crisis management, where it's basically a live press conference, but on your terms. So you can kind of get out in front of the situation if that ever happens. Like, that's why we say this to the end. Just sometimes you don't think about it, but hopefully it's not anything that you have to deal with. But know that you may have seen other big companies out there post a tweet or post a message on Facebook about some situation where they're trying to cover up something or trying to fix a situation. But you also could just sit there and make a live video addressing whatever it may be. And that's going to build up more customer trust than it would be if you just simply tried to just address it really quick and try to back away from it. But if you get out front, like I'm making a video, like this is the issue.
Well, I didn't even think about it. Resolve it. Well, we had to evacuate for the hurricane, and that would have been a great way to update families and let them know what's going on, and also just great PR. Hey, I just want to let you know we've loaded up everybody, and give them updates. Everybody's okay. Hey, we've got there's a lot of times where doing that crisis management would have been. I should have thought about it, but we were busy evacuating.
Yeah, and exactly, like, it's not, don't think of crisis management as always a bad thing, because like we're in Florida and we have hurricanes. So it is actually a crisis, but it's not necessarily so much like something bad's happened to the facility. It's more like, hey guys, we are doing this because, you know, there's a hurricane coming. So that's also another way to look at it. It's kind of
Or like
spontaneous.
sometimes we get notifications like you got to boil water, or
Oh yeah, perfect.
those type of things. Health department. So you post it on, you go Facebook Live, or you go Periscope, and you say, hey, families, you know, and if they've liked your page, and maybe, you know, that's part of your marketing department, is you should encourage families to like the page so they can get information and updates, and you know, email blast, and you can share the video. So it's you know, if you're doing a special event, you can broadcast. There's so many things you can do with
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like, we've noticed that there's a lot more, like, you have all this technology you have all these options, but how do you use them? And that's kind of that's really our goal behind these videos, is like show, like, okay, you know about all these social media things, you know some things about marketing, but here are a lot of different options that are out there for you to use them a different way than you expected, right? So
yeah, and I think that's kind of the angle, and you know, we'll lead with that next time on the next video. But the whole idea is that marketing in healthcare is done a certain way, and I think marketers out there can start to add some digital to their repertoire so that they're a little bit more cutting edge. And I think doing the traditional marketing and networking and all those things are great, but I think if you do a little bit of digital marketing every day and stay in touch and in tune with what's going on, and we'll do our best to do that. New things come out, new ideas that you can incorporate. You just do a little bit every day. That's the idea. A little bit every day, 1 hour of your day or 30 minutes of your day, digital, and it'll make a big impact. Right, Ryan? I mean, the thing with being online is that things, they stay out there. You know, your efforts that you do online, unlike hosting some event where you bring in a guest speaker or you do a jewelry party or some event, that event's gone.
Right.
There's no long-term benefit for that. But with digital, people can go back and see a live video of that event, and they can see, wow, look at all of these things, and it enhances your portfolio, your resume, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. So to wrap it all up, I'm just going to run through the topics one more time. But personalize your brand, demo products or host live, like, help desk, Q&A sessions, crowdsource your feedback. That could be like a round table, like set up a round table or set up a time for people to brainstorm. And you can also use it to like crisis management, announce certain things that maybe you want to like get out. And so basically the whole thing is to connect with your viewers, your customers, family members, and don't necessarily worry so much about the numbers, like how many people are actually watching you, because it's going to be recorded and it's going to be out there and people can rewatch it at a later date.
I agree.
All right, guys. Hopefully you guys got some knowledge off of this.
And, Ryan, careassociation.org. Yes. If your facility is not listed, it's free. We don't charge anything for it. You can post jobs. We have some awards you can give to caregivers, and my ALF training, of course, for your assisted living training. Absolutely. And for now, that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it until our next video, guys.
Okay.
So